Hi, my name's Jordan Saxby and I'm the creator of Witcher's Duel. Apologies for the webcam quality video. It turns out I don't own a video camera and my phone is worse. Anyway, I'll get to the point. I created Witcher's Duel not by thinking about witches at all. I was thinking about primary school kids playing in the playground, and after seeing like Harry Potter or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, and thinking about the sort of battles that they would have, these sort of fictional, creative battles that were also quite competitive. And I was trying to think of a way of getting adults or older children to be able to play in that space, to get that joy of quick competitive creation. And that's where the ideas for Witcher's Duel, or you could even call it Everything Proof Shield and make it about the children, or you could make it about witches, which is what I did. So the way Witcher's Duel works is quite simple. On your turn, you're going to use a number of components to cast a spell against your opponent, describing what it does. And so I'm going to show you an example here on the table. So on your turn, I have to say it's my turn, I could attack you with a flaming sword, moving the idols to threaten my opponent. Or I could make it more existential. I could make a portal that makes you stare into the void and realize the meaninglessness of your existence and you don't want to fight anymore. Now, the more creative you make it, the better it is, because on your opponent's turn, they're going to have to describe how they can cast a spell to defend against your attack, before then either turning that defense into an attack itself or casting another spell to attack you back. That's really the core of the game, but I think there are three things that are quite exciting about how the game works that make it an interesting game for people to play. The first one is, and I'll show you back on the board again, when you're being attacked, so say like this person, you have to defend with the components in front of you, so in this case earth and lightning, rather than just with any of your components. That means that the game's always reactive, that people are always responding to what went on before. The only exception to that, however, is every player has two of these block cards, and at any time they can use them to disregard any attack and attack with one component following that. The problem is they're one use, so you have to use them tactically. The second thing I think is exciting is that when you make a mistake, you'll lose one of these idols to your opponent. If at any point your opponent has 3, you lose the game. But that also shuts down a lane, so you have fewer and fewer components that you can use, so the game is going to go back and forth much quicker than it did when players had lots of options to think through. And the last thing I think that's most important to make the game work is that it's timed. Each player will have 5 minutes on a chess clock or 5 minutes on a sand timer if they don't have access to an app, and they have to finish before they run out of time. If they run out of time before their opponent does, they lose the game. And that means it's very quick. And it also means it's better to spectate and to watch other people play, because suddenly you have to watch someone quickly try and come up with a solution to being attacked by like a mecha Theresa May using only fruit and insects. And that can create some quite creative and generally quite funny solutions. There are also some rules for either 3, 4-player games or games with an audience as well. So I hope that's helped to make you at least quite interested in Witcher's Duel, and that you consider it'll be a good fit with your organisation. Well, let me know either way. That'd be grand. Thank you.